For over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has kept its most guarded secrets hidden within walls of solid stone. But deep inside, beyond the known passageways and tourist routes, lies something only a handful of people have ever laid eyes on. A secret staircase that's been strictly off-limits to the public until now. Recently declassified footage reveals a narrow, winding ascent into darkness where strange symbols cover the walls. And at the top, an ancient doorway sealed shut since the time of the pharaohs. What's behind it could rewrite Egypt's history. And the reason no one was ever allowed to see it might be more disturbing than we've been told.
Our journey begins not in the sands of antiquity, but in the dim glow of a modern archaeological lab, where a recent scan has sent shockwaves through Egyptology. In 2023, researchers using cosmic ray muon imaging detected an anomaly deep inside the Great Pyramid, a vertical void stretching upwards, unlike any chamber or tunnel ever mapped before. The readings hinted at a structure hidden between layers of stone, running parallel to known corridors but unreachable by any known entrance. Some experts believe it could be the fabled secret staircase mentioned in obscure ancient texts, a stairway meant not for the living, but for the god, king, and death. To understand why such a passage would be concealed, we must step back into the age of Khufu, the enigmatic pharaoh who ordered this titanic structure into being. Around 2560 BCE, as the pyramid rose from the desert, it became more than a tomb. It was a cosmic machine. Every passage, every chamber, every block was part of a grand design meant to guide Khufu's soul to the stars. Some corridors were ceremonial, guiding priests and rituals. Others were purely symbolic, never meant to be walked by human feet. But there were also spaces designed to be erased from memory, sealed away with no record, their very existence denied to all but the king's most trusted builders. Here's where the mystery sharpens. The so-called secret staircase is thought to connect to the Grand Gallery, a long ascending hall with a steep incline that has puzzled researchers for generations. What purpose did it serve? Some theories suggest it was a functional part of the pyramid's construction, a kind of internal ramp, but others believe it was a ritual path leading upward into the heavens. If the hidden staircase mirrors this path in secret, it may have been Khufu's true ascension route, bypassing the known corridors entirely. A hidden road for the pharaoh's spirit, away from the reach of tomb robbers and the gaze of mortals. As the centuries passed, the knowledge of its existence, if it ever was known beyond the royal court, vanished. When medieval explorers first entered the pyramid in the 9th century, led by Caliph al-Ma'mun, they hacked their way into the passages we know today. They found empty chambers, broken seals, and the cold silence of a tomb long since looted. Yet if the secret staircase was hidden deep enough, even they may have passed within meters of it without realizing. It remained a silent witness, buried behind walls of stone, its story untold. Now, technology has begun to peel back the layers of time. The Japanese-led Scan Pyramids project has been mapping the pyramid with unprecedented precision, revealing voids and structures invisible to the human eye. The new anomaly, narrow, vertical, and unlike any natural flaw, has reignited debate. Could this be an ancient construction ramp abandoned in place, or something far more ceremonial? The dimensions suggest it's too narrow for heavy labor, but perfectly proportioned for human passage. And its location, aligned with celestial markers, hints at intentional design, not accident. If the secret staircase does exist, it might answer one of Egyptology's greatest questions. How did the ancient Egyptians manage to align their pharaoh's burial chamber with such extraordinary precision to the stars? Some scholars speculate that the staircase may have served as a hidden observation shaft during construction, allowing astronomer priests to make fine adjustments. Others believe it was the final path taken during Khufu's burial, a route lined with sacred offerings, sealed forever after his body passed through. The stakes of discovery are enormous. Imagine finding at the staircase's end an untouched chamber, perhaps even one holding objects never looted, artifacts still in their original place after 4,500 years. The last untouched relics of Khufu's reign could lie there, preserved in the dry stillness of the pyramid's core. Even more tantalizing, it could contain inscriptions or star maps explaining the true purpose of the monument, a revelation that could rewrite our understanding of ancient Egypt's spiritual and architectural genius. But there's a reason such passages were hidden so well. The ancient Egyptians believed that to disturb the pharaoh's eternal journey was to invite disaster. Legends warn of curses on those who defy the sanctity of the tomb. While modern science dismisses these as superstition, history shows that secrecy was not just symbolic, it was a security measure. The fewer who knew, the safer the king's afterlife. Breaking into such a space would be a moment of historic triumph, but also one of immense responsibility. In the coming years, archaeologists will face a choice: attempt a minimally invasive probe into the void, risking the disturbance of a space sealed for eternity, or leave the mystery untouched, preserving its secrets for another generation. For now, the scans are all we have. A ghostly outline of a passage that may or may not be the legendary staircase. And so the Great Pyramid keeps its silence. Beneath the relentless Egyptian sun, it stands as it always has, its weathered stones concealing truths that even modern science can only glimpse. Somewhere in its ancient heart, perhaps just a few meters of stone away from where tourists now walk, a hidden staircase waits in perfect darkness. A staircase no living human has walked in over 4,000 years. Whether it leads to treasure, to knowledge, or to nothing at all, it remains the last locked door of Egypt's greatest monument. And until it is opened, its secrets belong not to us, but to eternity itself. We've just explored the hidden staircase deep inside the Great Pyramid, a passage shrouded in secrecy for centuries. But that's not the only ancient wonder revealing its secrets. In Egypt's oldest pyramid, a drone has just uncovered a lost chamber sealed for 4,500 years, and what it found inside is astonishing.
In the golden sands of Egypt, a secret has been sleeping for 4,500 years. Buried deep within the world's first pyramid, a hidden chamber lay sealed and silent until the whir of a tiny drone broke its 45-century slumber. This is not a legend or a movie plot. It's a stunning, real-life discovery. A drone's camera has peered into a lost chamber of Egypt's oldest pyramid, unveiling mysteries that have been waiting millennia to see the light.
Egypt's oldest pyramid stands at Saqqara, commanding the desert as it has since around 2680 BCE. This monument is the Step Pyramid of Giza, the first pyramid the Egyptians ever built, and a structure so ancient that it predates even the Great Pyramid of Giza. 6 layers of stone rise in giant steps toward the sky, and beneath them lies a labyrinth of tunnels nearly 3.5 miles long. This maze was engineered to guard Pharaoh Djoser's burial chamber and treasures from tomb robbers. For centuries it worked, thwarting intruders with dead ends and false passages. Even when looters eventually broke in, parts of the underground network remained untouched, sealed off behind debris and darkness. Incredibly, it was within one of those forgotten passageways that modern explorers made their astonishing find. Recently, archaeologists guided a drone, a small remote-controlled flyer, into a long sealed tunnel deep under the Step Pyramid. The drone's lights cut through a darkness not seen in thousands of years, its tiny propellers echoing off walls carved in the age of pharaohs. On its screen, researchers watched in awe as the drone slipped past a collapsed section and into an open space beyond. The camera revealed a hidden chamber, a room no human eyes had gazed upon since the pyramid was built. Inside that hollow silence, time had stood still. No footprints in the dust, no hint of robbers or modern intrusion, nothing to suggest anyone had been there in roughly 45 centuries. In that moment, the ancient past and cutting-edge technology met face to face. A secret locked away for millennia was visible once more, all because a drone dared to fly where humans could not. This discovery is part of a larger trend. Archaeologists using new tools to probe old mysteries. In fact, just a few years ago, a hidden corridor was detected inside the Great Pyramid of Giza using advanced scans and a tiny endoscopic camera. That corridor had been concealed behind stones since the time of Khufu, unseen by anyone for about 4,500 years. If even the Great Pyramid, one of the most studied structures on Earth, can still surprise us with a secret passage, who knows what other marvels lie hidden in Egypt's older pyramids? The case of Djoser's pyramid proves that these ancient monuments aren't done sharing their secrets. Armed with drones, lasers, and sensors, scientists are peeling back history layer by layer, and each revelation feels like something out of an adventure film. Yet, perhaps even more astonishing than hidden rooms, is a new revelation about how Djoser's pyramid was built. Forget the old image of thousands of laborers dragging stones up ramps. Evidence now suggests the ancient builders may have had a technological trick up their sleeve. In 2024, scientists announced that the step pyramid might have been constructed with the help of water power. According to this research, 2 large shafts inside the pyramid could have been used as a sort of hydraulic elevator. Water from the nearby Nile might have been channeled into these shafts to raise and lower massive stone blocks on floating platforms. Imagine it. Over 4,600 years ago, Imhotep's engineers potentially harnessed the forces of water and gravity to lift heavy blocks skyward, long before the wheel or pulleys were common. This idea was nearly unthinkable, a high-tech solution in the Bronze Age. Yet, archaeologists found clues, a mysterious dam structure near the pyramid and sediment basins that could have served as water reservoirs. If this theory proves true, it means the construction of Djoser's pyramid was even more ingenious than we realized. The ancient Egyptians would have been not just master builders, but pioneer engineers using physics in a way no one imagined they could. It's a discovery that recasts our understanding of these timeless stone giants and the people who built them. All these revelations, the hidden chamber in the pyramid, the secret tunnel in the Great Pyramid, the water-powered construction theory, paint a thrilling picture of an ancient civilization that still has stories to tell. It's amazing to think that a monument nearly 5 millennia old can surprise us in the era of drones and AI. The step pyramid of Djoser has stood through the rise and fall of empires, and only now are we truly peeling back its layers of mystery. Every new clue brings us closer to understanding how the Egyptians achieved feats that have captivated humanity for generations. But the sands of Egypt have even more secrets to yield. As we marvel at a hidden chamber in Djoser's pyramid, another tantalizing discovery beckons, one that could reveal the fate of Egypt's most legendary queen. Deep beneath an ancient temple on the Nile Delta, archaeologists have uncovered a tunnel over 1,300 meters long, carved into the bedrock. Some believe this astonishing passage might lead to the long-lost tomb of Cleopatra VII. Could the final resting place of Cleopatra and her lover Mark Antony lie at the end of that underground labyrinth? The next chapter of this unfolding historical saga is about to take us from the depths of the oldest pyramid to the depths of the Mediterranean coast.
Said to be buried together for thousands of years, the mystery of the lost tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony has remained a mystery. Perhaps that is, until today. This never-before-seen tunnel has been something regarded as an engineering miracle. And while that whole thing is huge, how does all of this happen in the first place?
The discovery of Cleopatra's tomb is undeniably one of the most thrilling and mysterious achievements in archaeology. Cleopatra VII, the final ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, has fascinated people for centuries with her intelligence, political shrewdness, and her famous romances with Roman leaders Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. For ages, the location of her final resting place remained one of history's most elusive mysteries.